For you all, we're back again in the garage, and what we're doing this time around is we've got a 2015 VW Passat here right there behind me. We're going to go ahead and replace the camshaft and crankshaft oil seals, right? It's exactly the same as doing the cam belt and everything on it. If you want to know how to change the cam belt, you can have a look at this video. If not, check my other videos out on how to replace the cam belt kit on the VW Charan, say Alhambra, VW Passat. They're all pretty much the same, right? This is a 2-litre TDI. It's here, 2015 plate. Let's go, let's do it. Right, first things first, guys, like I mentioned in my other videos, check the other videos out if you want to know how to replace the cam belt kit. On this one, we're going to more specific to the camshaft oil seal and crankshaft oil seal. That's what we're going to do. So this video is a cam and crankshaft oil seal video replacement. There we go. Take that cover off. Ta-da! We can see the full mounting out. Right, the first thing we're going to do is, obviously, we need to make some room for ourselves here. Right, because the cam belt, obviously, like I mentioned, lives in there. Camshaft oil seal lives in there. Make our life easier to change. I mean, if you can replace it there, by all means, you know, happy days. But I don't think you can. So what we do is we're going to take this fuel filter off. You can take the pipe off from there, shift that all the way, and then take that bolt off there. Take another bolt off, which is down there where my finger is, and there should be another nut there. Right, if it's not there, happy days. If it's there, then obviously you have to take that off, which is right there. And yeah, we'll go from there. The bolts, nut and bolts, the 10mm nut and bolts, by the way. For you guys out there want to know the size, 10mm nut and bolts. Come on, let's go, let's take it off. Right, fuel filter out of the way. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the expansion bottle off. 2 little Torx T25s, one there and one there. Take that off, take that pipe off. There's another pipe underneath there. Basically get rid of that, switch off there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is this bracket here. We're going to go ahead and take that off. Basically this just pulls off. There we go. And you can see them 2 stars there. Not stars, sorry, multi-spline socket heads. We need to take that one off and take that one off. Then this bracket and everything will move out of the way. Then we can take the expansion bottle off. What you need is a VM10 multi-spline. And basically we're going to go ahead and take them 2 bolts off. Alright guys, now we've got all the expansion bottle, all the fuel filter, that little bracket which is over there, look, swing it there, out of the way. What we can go ahead and do now is 2 things. Either just take the cover off, dead easy, little clips here, one there, one hiding under there, little flick over clips, take them off, that comes off. You can see the cam belt and everything. What we do now is 2 things. One is we can go ahead and take the mountings and everything off, or what I suggest you do is send the car up. If you're doing it on the floor, make sure you jack it up, axle stands, everything, make sure it's safe. Send it up on the ramp, or send it up on the axle stands, tackle the bottom, take the bottom covers off, take the wheel off, and then we'll go from there. First things first, let's send it up. Right guys, Mechanics 101, taking the wheel off. If you don't know how to take a wheel off, I suggest you don't really attempt this job, because Mechanics 101, I mean anybody should know how to take the wheel off, okay? If you don't know how to take the wheel off, then you've got problems tackling the rest of the job. So I'm not going to show you how to take the wheel off, but anyway, it's just 5 bolts on it. Take them off, happy days, that comes off. What we're going to do is take this cover off. It's held on with a few little screws underneath, one here, and take these off here, one there, there, and there. Take them off, Hopefully this cover will come off, then we can gain access to the crank pulley, the crankshaft, all the belts, everything. Yeah, happy days, let's go. Alright guys, we've took the cover off there. Bottom cover's off as well. Bottom cover dead easy. T25 Torx, take them off all around here. All around here. Basically, big massive cover underneath needs to come off. That side quarter panel cover needs to come off. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the fan belt off, the Serpentine belt off, take that off. Basically, I think 16mm or 15mm spanner head there. Slacken the tension, as you can see when I'm doing that, it's slackening. Slacken the tensioner, take the belt off. And then what we do now is, obviously I've only got two hands. I'm holding the spanner with one hand and holding the camera with the other hand. So I'll try with my teeth. No, I can't do it with my teeth. Right, so basically we just need to flick that belt off. If I could get my other hand on it, I'll just flick that belt off. That belt comes straight off. Next job for us, guys, is we're gonna go ahead and take the crank pulley off. Don't take the center nut off just yet. Center bolt off just yet. Them four, take them four off. Same with the M10. There we go. VM10, CR VM10, multi-spline Torx, take them off. Right, crank pulley's off. Next thing for us is we need to take this pipe off here. As you can see there, it had a little 10mm nut on there. I've took that off. Another 10mm bolt up there where my finger is there. Took that one off as well. So basically we need this pipe off, right? The thing is, there's no two ways about it. I'm going to sacrifice the water and the coolant. We'll just have to top it with new coolant, new water, everything. I tried saving it, but I need this out of the way. So basically I'm going to take this pipe off, this clip off here. Water will come out, but what can we do? Hey guys, I've took the pipe off. A little bit of a struggle taking that pipe off, but it's off. This is draining. I've drained the water, the coolant, antifreeze into that. We can reuse that again because it's brand new. I just topped it up for about like 2 weeks ago, so save that, that's good. What we're doing now is we're going to take this cover off here. So basically a Torx 30, I think. Yeah, a Torx 30 star. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one up there. You can just make it out there. Take them off, that cover comes off, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, sorry about the noise in the background. It's somebody using the jet wash. Right, what we need to do now is we've took the cover off. As you can see, there's the cam belt. We'll get to the water pump and everything. But this video, guys, is not a cam belt video, cam belt replacement or anything, or water pump or anything like that. This is a crankshaft and camshaft oil seal replacement, yeah? Same job, but check out my other videos on how to replace the cam belt. This one, like I said, I'm not going to show you how to replace the cam belt. Right, what we're doing now is we took all the covers off. We're going to go to this side here, take this bolt off, 16mm bolt. Take this one off. If it comes off, happy days. If not, it'll come off up to about there, and obviously we'll have to lower the engine down, right? Come on, let's go, let's do it. Okay guys, as you can see, everything is off here. Right, reason being, why I took the bottom bolt off on the mounting. If you're going to replace the cam belt, which I think you should, if you're going to do this job, and replace the water pump, all the rollers, kit, everything, right? Then what I would do is take the mounting off, because we're not going to replace the cam belt, right? Because we just replaced the cam belt about 5,000 miles ago, right? And we should have done it then. I told him to do it then, replace the cam and crankshaft oil seal, but he didn't. So everything is new, basically new on this car. The belt is new. The rollers are new, tensioners, everything is new. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and replace the cam and crankshaft oil seal. Even this time round, I told him to replace the belt as well, because obviously when you take the tension off it, you should replace it. And plus it's daft not to, because we're doing the full job anyway. So what we're going to do now is, because I'm not going to replace the cam belt, I'm not going to take the mounting off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to lock everything up. Yep. And then take the tensioner bolt off, slacken the tensioner, belt should come straight off. And then we'll go from there. We're going to send it up, take the bottom crank pulley bolt off, and yeah, replace the crankshaft oil seal, take the camshaft oil seal, we'll get to that after, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright guys, we've got the belt off. Obviously I had the locking tool on it and everything. This one, if you can get a gun in there, or an electric gun, or anything, whiz it off with the gun. Or the way you have to do it is, you have to hold these 13 millis, right, with a ratchet, and with a spanner, take that one off. So hold and take that one off. I would have demonstrated, but I got carried away and took it off anyway. So basically, we take that off. Right, next thing you do is we take this off, and there's the culprit. There's one of them. That's the camshaft oil seal. Take that off, replace it, and we'll move over to the crankshaft oil seal. Right guys, to take the bottom crank pulley cog off, all we need is an 18mm multi-spline. It could be a 19 on yours, it could even be a 20 on yours, depends what engine you're doing. This is a 2-litre TDI. If it's a 1.6 it might be different, if it's the 1.9 it might be different. So this is an 18mm multi-spline. What we need is the judge, the big massive gun, electric gun. Give it some with that, hopefully it should take it off. Let's go. Right, all we do is just pull it off, and there it is. There's number 2 culprit, which is the main one. I think that's been leaking the most. But you just don't go changing one of them, change both of them while you're at it. So yeah, let's go. Flick that off. Get the new seal, bang it back on. Use the old seal. I'll show you guys anyway. Use the old seal to tap it back on. Right, let's go. To take that seal out, all we do is get a little pointer screwdriver or a flat screwdriver, whatever, just to get a hook on it. And basically we just give it a little pry. That should come straight out. There's no other way to do it. Basically, just you're going to damage it anyway. There we go. Pop straight out. There's the seal. We put a lot of oil on it. If you want, dip it in oil, leave it for about 5 minutes in oil. That way it'll lubricate properly. Alright guys, the seal is back on. As you can see, that's the way the seal goes on. We use the old seal to tap it on. The thing is, you can't really test these if they're leaking or not until you... I mean, if you've got the tool to pressurize the engine and everything, and you know, then happy days, and you can see if it's leaking oil. But the only other way is fit everything back together again and then run it and see if it you know, leaks. That's the only other way I think, yeah. Yeah, anyway, let's put the crank pulley back on. Give it a clean out, crank pulley back on, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, the bottom one is done. What we're going to do now with the top one, same way, same principle and everything. Screwdriver, and we're going to flick it off. Right guys, that's it. The seal is on. Just give it a little bit more tap. Alright guys, the seal, we've got the seal back on. Nice and flush, cleaned it out with brake cleaner and everything, and yeah, that's it. What we're going to do now is fit everything in reverse order. Right guys, crank pulley bolt is back on, the crankshaft oil seal is back on, the top cam pulley is back on. For the torques on these, what it is, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the torque settings anywhere. So what it is FT. Look that up, what FT stands for. Tight, basically, right? So just done it tight with the gun. Our gun is quite powerful as well. If you can't do it with the gun, basically lock the flywheel up and then just tighten it up as much as you can. Make sure it is tight. And yeah, what we're going to do now, fit everything in reverse order, and we'll go from there. Let's go, let's do it, home stretch.